Hey guys, how's it going? CoderMan here. In today's video, I want to give you 5 reasons that you know that you should start a company or a business. The first one is if you have a marketable skill or product that you will solve a problem for somebody else, you can actually charge money for it, and there's an ample market out there. Now, one metric that a lot of startups use is called TAM, which is total available market. And a lot of investors want to see this in the billions. If you're trying to, say, create a product for, crocheters who like SUVs and wear the color red, you're probably gonna have a really small market, and that's all well and good, but for a large-scale business, it's just not an option. So you really need to focus on who your market is and if what you're trying to do is marketable. The second thing is if you find yourself looking at the world and seeing problems and coming up with solutions, then you're probably in a great place. I don't think there's a day that goes by when you walk around and you think, hey, you know what, that's one way to do that, but I could do it better, or I could do it different, or here's how I'd integrate this and this. You're in the perfect mindset to want to create something, and if you have an idea that even touches on one of those elements, then you should really kind of go all in on it. Definitely flesh out the idea and focus on that, because you really might have something. If you get excited about an idea and the possibility of not even sleeping until it's finalized, or doing everything in your power to get it to the market, then you're probably not only sitting on a winning idea, but you have the right business acumen that you could actually run with that. Whereas if you wake up in the morning and you're like, hey, you know what, I'll probably work, maybe I'll watch some TV, maybe I'll go for a ride or whatever, then you probably don't have what it takes to start a business. I'm not going to say that you can't do it, because there are side hustles and everything like that. But the reality is if you're not willing to put in that extra time, especially for like the first 36 months, then you're probably not cut out for it, and you should focus on something else. If you don't have a problem leading others and working with others, then this is probably a great fit for you. Simply because you're going to have vendors that you have to work with. You're gonna have other professionals that are gonna come into the fold. You'll probably get at a point where you'll be hiring people, and you need to work with these people without issues. So it becomes a problem if you have to work as a kind of a lone ranger. Then building a business may not be right for you. You certainly can build a solopreneur operation, but this is more focusing on a larger business with multiple employees and customers and things of that nature. So it really depends on what you're doing, but if you're not really comfortable working with other people, then it may be a lot harder, especially getting started. And the fifth way to know if you're ready to start a venture or specific business is if you don't mind putting in the work at the beginning and seeing not a lot of results, especially monetary. So if you're in a case where you need to make money right now because you have bills or living expenses, you need to find a way to offset that. Because realistically, unless you strike gold, for the first 12 to 18 months, you probably aren't even going to take a paycheck. And honestly, if you are taking a paycheck, you're pulling that from the profits of the business. So you're actually you're increasing the time that it's going to take to create that business and make it profitable. Now, if you're profitable from day one, that doesn't mean that you can immediately take a salary, because things are going to come up. Taxes, expenses, operating costs, physical goods, virtual goods, employment costs, all these things are going to come up, and you may not know about them the day you start. But the reality is, if you just start pulling money out of the company from day one, even if it's profitable, you're going to really hurt yourself in the long run. So there you have my 5 tips on whether you should start a business or venture. Hopefully this helped those that are curious if they should start something. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. Please like this video, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.